Albert of Saxe-Coburg-Gotha was prince consort to Queen Victoria. He was interested in agricultural science, emphasizing new developments in farming, including the farms on royal lands. Albert supported public causes and was president of the Society of Arts. In that role, he pushed for the Great Exhibition of 1851 and fought for its large size, in part to promote British manufacturing. The building, called the Crystal Palace, was a high-tech wonder itself. It was close to 1,000,000 square feet and 128 feet tall. It required 60,000 panes of glass using an innovative modular structure of glass, iron, and wood. Hundreds of designs were rejected, mainly for being too expensive. The winning design was by a horticulturalist. Why? Joseph Paxton had expertise in huge glass greenhouses using the new technology of cast plate glass. Construction started in July 1850 and completed in less than 6 months, early and under budget. The Great Exhibition was opened by Queen Victoria in the Crystal Palace on May 1st, 1851. The display only lasted 6 months, but over 6 million people attended, thanks in part to the availability of railroads into London. It generated enough revenue to produce a surplus to be used on other projects, including the Victoria and Albert Museum. The building was dismantled and rebuilt after modifications in 1854 at another location in South London. Some 15,000 contributors displayed 100,000 objects in 4 categories: raw materials, machinery, manufacturing, and fine arts, plus a 27-foot crystal fountain. It was described as part trade fair, part festival, part shopping mall, part art gallery, and museum, emphasizing Britain on the global stage. Raw materials included gold from the California Gold Rush, silver from Mexico, iron ore from Wales, and blocks of coal, leather from Morocco, wools from Australia, silk from Asia, cashmere from Prince Albert's goats. Raw materials would include those used for British manufacturing, like lumber, cotton, and steel. Cash prizes were awarded to the best competitors. What better way to promote continued innovation? Manufacturing would feature steam engines, power looms, flax wheels, and printing presses. The idea was to show the best available technology with little or nothing ordinary. Multiple steam engines were used to run all aspects of the exhibit, especially the use of water. Plus, there was a retrospective on steam engines. Textiles were featured to show how spinning and power looms were used, the start and heart of British industry. It included a jacquard loom, which originated in France. The biggest machine at the Great Exhibition was a hydraulic press that lifted 1,000-ton metal tubes for bridges, then a steam hammer used to forge the main bearings on steamships. There was art and other exhibits from Egypt, Greece, Rome, India, and the Renaissance. The largest diamond in the world at the time was featured. Perhaps most important was a major installation of public toilets, including the first flushing lavatories. These were pay toilets, another revenue source. Printing power included Applegarth's vertical printing machine used for the London News. Schweppes, maker of the first soft drink, was the sponsor. The Trophy refracting telescope had an 11-inch main lens and 16-foot focal length on an equatorial mount and manufactured in London. Daguerreotypes, a French invention, were also featured. The exhibits featured military hardware, including an impressive exhibit from American Sam Colt, later to be famous for his six-shooter. Not only were his revolvers efficient, the parts were all manufactured, coming close to the cherished desire for interchangeable parts, which proved to be elusive. The Star was the prototype of the 1851 Colt Navy revolver. British manufacturers were suitably impressed. The British Industrial Revolution included steam engines, railroads, iron and steel, plus developments in textile manufacturing. That was not all. By 1850, printing, especially newspapers, advanced because of improved printing methods and better paper. The London Times introduced the cylinder steam-powered press. Quick printing meant greater circulation. Britain produced iron steamships before 1850 and the first screw-propeller steamship. British ships got bigger and the Navy used more powerful guns. Brunel's Great Eastern had a regular steamship service across the Atlantic. The Frenchman, Louis Daguerre, invented the daguerreotype process. Photography advanced with better technology for quicker exposure times and more detailed results. Henry Fox Talbot worked on photomechanical reproduction. English sculptor Frederick Archer invented the collodion process used by Lewis Carroll. Thomas Sutton experimented with color filters. The United States, a new country beginning under a constitution in 1788, was an industrial backwater, with Thomas Jefferson and other founding fathers promoting only agriculture. Secretary of the Treasury Alexander Hamilton wanted to change that next time on Food History and Mystery.